Hello students, welcome to this English class. Today we are going to learn about reading skills part 2. First part we have seen about reading comprehension which is of 12 marks. 6 plus 6. Do you remember? Yes. Now we will go for the remaining 8 marks. Total reading section is for 20 marks. 12 marks already we have seen. Now remaining 8 marks. We'll see 8 marks. So total it will be 20 marks. So what is in this reading skill part 2? First it is note making and second one is summarizing. Now, before going for detailing of these two things, we should know what is exactly note making. Note making is an important study skill. It also helps us at work. We need to draw main points of the material we read as it is difficult to remember large chunks of information. In the present age, with the flood of information, it has got an added importance. We cannot keep everything in mind. It is therefore very important to note down any relevant facts in the form of notes. Nobody can deny its value while making a speech, writing an article, or preparing for an examination. See, first thing is very important that note making is not only note making for the sake of reading skill part 2. It is useful for making a speech as well as writing an article and preparing for an examination of any subject on this earth: physics, biology, science, history, geography, many. For any subject, note making is the basic skill every student should learn. Now, what steps should be followed for note making? First, that the important points has to be underlined. So what we will do, first we will underline the important points while reading itself only. Read the passage again and ask yourself questions and answer them as you read. And the question should be like this: what, where, when, how much, how many, all W type of questions. With the help of the answers of the above questions, note down the main points. Write the points without full forms of the verbs. Next important thing is two or three related ideas can be combined into one point. Use of colons, use of long dash can be regarded for this one. So this can be the note making formula. Notes should be short. This should identify the main points. They list information in what is called as note form. Whenever we are making the list of all these things, then it is called as note form. They are written only in phrases and not in sentences. Again, I am repeating the thing. They are written in phrases and not in sentences. So if you have done in 11th class, do forget that one. They are not written in sentences. They are written only in phrases and the words. That is very much important. Now, what steps to be followed for note making? Information is logically divided and subdivided by the use of figures or letters. Go over the facts and number them. The division can be done like this. Main points can be written like 1, 2, 3, and subsections as Roman number 1, 2, 3, and then subsections as ABC. There can be another method, like another common method is decimal system, like main points as 1, 2, 3, etc. Subsections as 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, etc. And subsections as 1.1.1, 1.1.2, and 1.1.3. We'll take the example of our JSPM Institute itself. That is very much useful to understand what exactly the system is like. Suppose main title of our note making is JSPM, and then we'll take subsection like Wagoli campus, Hadapsar campus, Baudan campus, Tathode campus, Nare campus. So 5 campuses we have taken. So 1.1 is Wagoli, 1.2 is Tathode, 1.3 is Baudan, 1.4 is Hadapsar, and 1.5 is Nare. And subsection, in each section there will be Again, more subsections will be like in Waguli we have BSI OTR, then I-Corps, MBA, Kautilya College, and then we have Prodigy Public School. And in Prodigy Public School, again there are sections: pre-primary, primary, middle school, secondary, and higher secondary. Hmm? Abbreviations and symbols are freely used. Articles, preposition, and conjunctions are omitted. Notes must make sense when they are read again, otherwise, they will be of no use. So, there should be a sensible note making should be done. Now, list of things we should discuss for note making is: first is what the passage is about. Secondly, underline the main ideas, organized into main and sub ideas. First, make a rough draft, use recognizable abbreviations. Abbreviations carry another separately 1 mark for it. For example, education into edu, appointment into app, democracy into DEF, government into govt, like this. Use numbers for figures like 12 meters into 12 m. This can be the method applicable. Dr for doctor. This is universally acceptable methods. Please provide a key to your notes listing the abbreviations and symbols used. Don't miss out the title. Title carries 1 mark, and title should be appropriate. That should not be too much lengthy. Now here is one specimen paragraph. The paragraph is divided into sub 3 paragraphs. I'm not going to read it in detail. You can pause the video and read it very carefully. We'll go further. Now these are the notes made based on the passage which you have seen in the earlier slide. The first point is mentioned is food of ants. Then sub point is there with the alphabets. I have given number, crumbs of cake, bread, cheese, etc. Then in the D number you see food easily available near picnic sites, parks, and gardens. So that is sub point of that one. Second point is advantage of food habit. So advantage word I have contracted with the short form. I have written ADV, that is included into abbreviations here you see. While writing notes itself, it should be included here. It may happen that you will be writing entire notes here and here, and you may forget to write abbreviation. Directly abbreviation you will write. That is wrong. You should mention the abbreviations while writing note itself. Like here it is ADV, then don't is here, then VIO, for violently is there. So key to abbreviations can be mentioned. It can be mentioned in the box, otherwise it can be mentioned plainly also. With box it is good. Now these are the notes. Minimum 3 points should come. Now this is the way of heading and title of the topic should be given, then subheading, then point 1, point 2, point 3. So and lastly the key should be given. Now marking scheme for note making is: title carries 1 mark, content carries 2 marks, and while content is written for 2 marks, minimum 3 headings and subheadings with proper indentation and notes should be mentioned. Indentation means what we have written, alphabets and Roman numbers. Abbreviation and symbol is also carrying 1 mark. So total 4 marks are there for note making. Let's proceed for summarizing. Summarizing follows note making. If the main points are to be reported, we present a summary. It is not as severely shortened as note making. Summarizing is the selection of paraphrasing of all important information of the original source. This is done by analyzing the paragraphs passage in order to formulate a plan of writing. This is important, a plan of writing. And it is not as shortened as note making. Here is the way to develop. Now, this is the guideline to be followed for writing a good summary. Let us see. The words in the title of the summary, with the exception of the preposition and conjunction, should begin with a capital letter. So the title is written. First, prepare a rough draft which can be revised after checking for repetition of extra words. Extra words should not be done because that is calculated into the words, and calculated words should not be more than 1/3. The sequence of ideas presented must be logical and systematic. The summary must follow the order of ideas as they appear in the original passage, but in certain cases, the order may need not to be changed for the sake of a logical development or thought of a coherence, or sometimes it need to be changed. A good summary should possess qualities such as proper organization of ideas, logical sequencing of points, and the use of kind of language which is the situation demands. It is not necessary that always simplification of the language needed. Sometimes scientific fact cannot be expressed in simple terms, so there you need to use the scientific language itself. You must have the ability to reproduce the main ideas effectively in your own language after summary. Retain the tense of the original text. However, if the text is in the first person, singular or plural in the present tense, write the summary in present tense, and in the third person, always as the reported speech. Now, while summarizing a passage, a story which is in direct speech, the conversation it must be converted into indirect speech. So that saves the punctuation mark as well as your word limit also. A summary must be impersonal in nature, therefore, do not try to elaborate, explain, or give your own opinions. Don't do these things. In short, avoid including information which is not there in the original passage. The summary must not be a patchwork of sentences or clauses picked up randomly from the original passage. This is what some of the students do, and they assume that they will get full marks, but it is not applicable. Then expression, you will be losing marks. Expression carries 2 marks that will be lost as you don't know how to summarize. Before making the final draft, see that there are no missing links. The logical chain of thoughts in the original passage should not be broken. When complete, the summary should read like an independent piece of writing. The summary should be approximately one third of the total length. Avoid illustrations, images, and figures of speech and long winding sentences. Get shorter sentences, simple sentences. Omit anything that is not related to the central theme. Go for the things which are logically arranged. Now here is one passage. The passage is small, so I will read it for you. Nearly all superstitions are concerned with luck. Good luck is associated with horseshoes, the finding of a pin, the 3-penny bit in the Christmas pudding, the old shoe flung at wedding party, etc. of good luck. Ill luck is associated with the howling of dogs, the spilling of salt, the crossing of knives, sitting down to a table, meeting a cross-eyed woman, walking under a ladder, the falling of a picture from the wall, the breaking of a mirror, and scores of other things. These total passages of 86 words. In the exam, it will not be asked of 86 or 100 words. It will be of 400 to 500 words. The summary of the above passage will see most superstitions are related either good or bad luck. Horseshoes is an example of good luck, and the howling of dogs that of bad luck. So it makes 25 words. So 86 words we have compiled into 25 words as a summary. Now let us see what is the marking scheme of summarizing. Content carries 2 marks and expression carries 2 marks. The summary should include all the important points given in the notes, and if it is included, you will be getting full marks of 4 marks of summary and 4 marks of note making. So that will be completing your 8 marks, and 8 marks are in your hand. So I think you will be getting all these 8 marks. Okay, secure these 8 marks with you. Thank you for watching this video.